What up, brother? Nice. Nice. Like shit. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'm almost to a million. I'm at 992,909 credits, not counting my stash. So which means I'm over 2 million total out of the 5 million I need the for the maximum thing. And I plan on going back to it, but I was figured I'd take a couple minutes, whatever, and chit chat with you. I seen you in here earlier, but I was in the loop of running some runs, and it's kind of one of those games where, similar to Hunt, um, you have to be like kind of hearing stuff at times, depending on what you're doing. Like it's a little less important when you're just running across the map in Hunt, but actually in Arc Raiders, it's sometimes more important then because it's like a lot of times you want to hear the wasps or the hornets, the flying enemies. You want to hear them as far away as possible, so that way you can either hide or be prepared. Because otherwise, little motherfuckers that I've died more to them than I have to raiders. Mostly by getting caught out or hit suddenly and being like, oh fuck, like that. Alternatively, I've taken on 2 or 3 of them if I realize that they're there and have some idea of what's going, like that I'm about to get shit on. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's only 3s, but that's the one. Well, yeah. Well, and that's the one where, remember, you and me and Sergio have accidentally loaded into it a couple times. Yeah, a couple times. And essentially it's there's only one compound, so you're going to spawn somewhere outside of the same compound. Everybody does at the same time. And it might be teams of, again, it could be a bunch of 1s, but it could be 1s, 2s, or 3s on every time. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Maximum. Now, there may be fewer overall. It may not be 12 as a total on that. Okay. Like that is possible. But I do, yeah, I don't know how many are in that either. Probably if you go in and read the description of it, it probably says somewhere in the description, like if you go to how does this mode work? Right. Well, it's probably 12. It's probably 12 then, because that's what the normal thing is 12 or whatever. Or 16. No, 12. 12, because up to 4. It could be 4 teams of 3 maximum, or 12 in whatever combination otherwise, right? So, which works for 1s, 2s, or 3s, right? Yeah, I've had some good rounds. I've had some not so much. I actually hadn't realized I was this close to 1 million, so I feel good about that. I've been playing for a few hours, so it's like I'm expecting to be getting up to this, but I'm just happy to be there. I've only had 1 death, knock on wood, tonight, and that was just a couple rounds ago. I had a pretty good loadout too, and I was like, well, I'm going to go down just a little bit further and grab a little bit more. Ran into this thing, or was messing with something, and this guy, I thought I heard a guy, but I was like, okay. Well, so I ran around the place, And as I was going into the one, this guy started shooting me from the side. I was like, oh, hey. I was like, damn it, like that. And but then I had him on a thing for a second there. He didn't know exactly what was going on, and he didn't even know where I was at exactly. But the problem is I was kind of stuck in a corner. I needed to really put my get my shield back and heal some or whatever else, but I had readied a grenade because I was trying to get him with the grenade, and then it took a long time before he finally came out, and I kind of was stuck in the throwing position of throwing a grenade, waiting to toss it. And I could have switched off of it, but then I was afraid, I was sure, because this is how it happens in every game like this. I was sure that as soon as I switched, he'd come around the corner. You know what I mean? The impact grenade just wouldn't do my hope was to just, tee him up with an impact grenade. It may not down him, that's entirely possible, but it should knock his shield out and hit him for at least some amount of damage, this type of thing. And if nothing else, should scare the shit out of him, like that. But yeah, and so I held, and he did finally come around the corner, and I threw the grenade, and I don't know that I actually hurt him. I think I may have just missed him when I threw the grenade. But then he came back around the corner, and I pulled out my gun, but he was shooting me, and I was before I could shoot him, and he had gotten a chance to, re-shield and everything else. So it was from before our first contact. So it was I was dead. And he was after he downed me, he's like, man, I give you full credit, man. I didn't even know where he was like, you were snuck in a good corner. I didn't know where you were at. And I was like, yeah, because I was like, man, I'm not even trying to, I just run it, like that. And he, he's like, I'll give you credit, and he's like, well, GG's, better luck next time, essentially, not that, but may as well have been, like that. And that's just and again, I can be not happy about it, you know what I mean? I'm not happy that I got killed, by that, but I'm not really that mad. I had a fairly good amount of stuff, and I had saved some stuff, so at least I didn't go out. But I had I had to replace my loadout, which was expensive. You know what I mean? I maybe broke even with what I got out with my loadout. However, I'd used that loadout pretty much, other than the ammo and a little bit of stuff, for 9 runs before that. So, or 7 runs. So I'd used a bunch of the stuff for a long time. So I was like, whatever. And part of me is almost was like, I should just go in with the stuff that I know I like, some stuff that I know I like. And even though it's more expensive, just don't worry about it, because when I want that type of response, I, unless I'm dying over and over and over again, and I usually am not, because I'm not that kind of, I'm not playing that way. So it's it really shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Something real quick.
Okay, well, apparently I didn't realize your voice was on stream.
It's fine. You're the one that has to deal with the fallout of it.
Yeah.
Anything I say can and should be used against me in a terrible way that gets me off crazy.
In a court of public opinion.
That too. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go in with the anvil, with this anvil, and just go for it. Because I mean, I definitely prefer the performance of the anvil. I should so what's it gonna cost to repair it, and a whole thing. If I upgrade it once, let's do that. Yeah. Okay. anyways, so yeah, so like I said, I'm just gonna try and do some runs. The problem is, right? I mean, like generally speaking, people have been really nice and whatever else, but the problem is like when they're not, it just kind of like, damn, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the other thing about it is it's like I didn't feel bad about the thing I was using, which was the Pharaoh, which is heavy bullet, like a light, medium, heavy, like that type of heavy ammo, single shot break action rifle. And if you get it built, if you get it set up and like upgraded a couple times, it's actually pretty sharp, but it is still single shot. You know what I mean? So there are times when you're just like, damn, I wish this was going better. The Anvil is a revolver, a 5 or 6 shot revolver that is also heavy ammo and hits pretty much just about as hard. It doesn't quite have the distance that the Pharaoh does, but like otherwise, it's pretty out cold. And so I was like, okay, so I just so I think now I'm gonna just use that instead, because even though it's a more expensive piece, it's like I'm losing more if I lose it during a run. Realistically, it's fine, like that type of thing. It's only like 10 or 12,000, it's like at most, or it's actually like 5,000 difference. That's not really that much. My goal is to, I'm trying to get above 50,000 a run, like sellable, stuff whenever I can. Realistically, I should be looking for like 70 or 80, but it is what it is. I've been trying to do these like 5-minute, just get in, 5 to 10 minute, get in, grab a bunch of stuff, and then just get out, just safely get out. If I can do that over and over again, it's like, all right, cool.
Damn it!
Sorry, brother.
It's okay. I get one revive. Damn! I hit him, but it didn't kill him though. They killed me with a melee weapon before I. I was trying the Bounty Clash thing. Not too bad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky, man. That one is very tricky. That one's very tricky.
Not too bad. I think I'm gonna try that a couple more times.
Yeah, I think it's the kind of thing that you would enjoy, because that is a mode where you could hold W and be very successful, or you could be just a little bit like you could also turn to like let's say 45 degrees. So rather than run straight to the boss, you could turn 45 degrees and just go straight at people.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is I'm just hunting people, because I can get the boss later.
What I figured, exactly. Yeah, I can see that.
If I don't live with like.
So are you feeling any better at all, or because today was the first day you started to take the antibiotics, right?
No, I haven't taken the antibiotics yet.
Oh, okay.
They did tell me to wait a couple days, so probably today or tomorrow would be the day. But I'm gonna start taking them tomorrow either way. But I did finally get my cetrazine today, which.
Oh, that's good.
Was a big pain in the
Yeah.
Because they were out of cetrazine,
Right. You had said, but I heard the conversation when you were at the pharmacy that it's just not something that they keep.
I could use one of my.
They can keep in stock as much as they would like.
I could use one of my hunters, like one of my high level hunters.
You could. You could. I mean, there's no reason not to necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're gonna probably lose it, but
Sooner or later they gotta die. They gotta go away anyway.
Yeah.
Like, or
right. Either that, or you get rid of them for the 1,000 hunt bucks.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure tomorrow.
I think I
or
can
the
already
next
do the
day-
1,000 hunt bucks, can't I? Because I already got rid of 5 or whatever.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think each time you get rid of them, you get 1,000.
When you prestige, do you have to unlock all the weapons and stuff again, or no?
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
You keep whatever slots you had open. You keep your cosmetics. So, like, the hunters, as far as that stuff is there. But you need to re-level, so you got to start from fresh with like almost no traits available, and you gotta you get some base, you get a few weapons. The one thing that's kind of funny about it is I think when you very first started, the weapons were a little bit different than they had been later.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where weapons, it took a long time to unlock all the weapons and the variants and stuff. You had to use blah blah blah, and then blah blah blah. And it was such a huge pain in the ass.
I didn't finish out the
then-
battle pass either, but I did finish out the, all the stuff.
Right. That was still going until the middle of the day today.
Yeah, yesterday or noon today. Yeah, noon today. But I was like, well, you know what? I'm not even gonna do it because last night I didn't feel good. And
About 2,000 short or whatever by the end of it. And I was
I was probably 3,000 or 4,000 short. I could have done it, but I was like, no, fuck it. I like the charm, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah. But there are supposed to be, I think, Twitch shops starting tomorrow or the next day. Like fairly quickly there will be, I think, for the new event I think it's the Post Malone remix.
Yeah, the Encore. There's a Spinning Blade Bundle Encore, and then the Post Malone gameplay Murder Circus Encore. So that must be the...
Yeah, that Post Malone thing is what's about to drop.
No, that's also the one
What,
that has the bear in the middle where it's a giant bear, right? Like the one that you gotta fight and he's hard to beat.
Yeah, that's where that bear came from, yes.
Well, I mean, will they have it
was
again?
Only I don't know for sure. I think they did it. I think there's a video that talked about what they're doing.
Yeah, I didn't watch it
if
yet.
you look in the thing, I think there's a video, like a short, like, hey, it's gonna be this and it's gonna be that and whatever else. Because that Curdy.
Yeah, there's a gameplay trailer.
Yeah. She went over some of it today. I think she had a preview build.
Yeah, watch Curdy.
Because I think she was running around with the. Because remember that crossbow that would shoot saw blades?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that's supposed to be coming back.
That's not the Chukanu, right? Or is it the Chukanu?
No, the Chukanu is its own thing.
That's the repeating
Chukanu is
crossbow, right?
Just a repeating crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what that one was.
Yeah, it was called like the saw, the buzz saw or something like that. I don't remember exactly. It had like a nickname. Because if you remember, you couldn't just get it all the time. You had to pay for it out of the middle of the thing, and then when you left the map, you didn't get to keep it either.
Yeah.
But it was cool as shit because they bounced and whatever else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take care of some stuff here in a minute, I think.
I totally understand.
Is that good?
I'm sorry that you're going through it, my brother.
Yep.
Especially not feeling well.
Yeah. Well, I'm right by. They put you right by the circle. That's good. I like that part.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. There's only one area, so like there isn't any running around to do. It's there. That's why the hunt.
Yeah, and you know where the boss mob is.
Yeah. All of it's. It's It's essentially the final ring in a battle royale game.
Yeah, yeah.
It's slightly bigger than that, but but similar.
Yeah. Surprised I ain't heard any killing yet. Oh, Butcher's vanishing. That was quick. Oh, I meant to do my loadout different this time, too. Damn it! Before I... damn. Now I'm in here already.
I'll remind you between matches.
Well, I could extract, I guess.
You could just go over and extract. You could camp the extract. One of them. Though, of course, people are going to be able to see where you're at pretty easily once they have the sight, the dark sight.
Yeah.
Because everybody's so close, it's not hard to see people. But yeah, you
Now, does everybody get the dark sight once the thing is banished, or no?
No.
Just the people banished it.
Only the person that got it. But they only get a few seconds of it. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the tough part. You know, it's like you only get a few seconds, and you're trying to get out. It's not like you know, like the whole thing is a lot faster paced. Okay, brother, I'm gonna jump out of here.
All
I'm
right.
gonna go do some runs. I'll talk at you a little later.
All right.
Good luck.
that's gonna be